This is Iranian herbs. There's a machine in Iran that would chop it down and just, they would smash it like crazy. So I asked the guy to just not to do it and just give it to me like a human being. He was so obsessed. No, this is not a way we're gonna do that. Just do a U-turn here. This is a Iranian typical veggie market, vegetable markets or fruit markets or whatever. And it's weekend right now, so everyone is busy to shopping for the groceries or food and vegetables or whatever the hell. And this is a typical Iranian municipality-based and a state-based supermarket. It's not a supermarket, it's just tiny little bit chain, mini mart or something like that. But regardless, it is what it is. What could you possibly get in Iran? And this is as it says, is the center of the Iranian culture. That is one of that building I was looking at. Anyway, so I'm really nervous. I haven't talked to anyone in English, and I'm not sure if I should. Look at this. This guy is selling some lemon trees. Anyway, so I'm not sure who am I making this video. Who is gonna watch this? Who cares? So it's weekend, and when it's weekend, you have nothing to do. Here in Middle East is the greatest country on earth, and lots of shops and building and businesses are already closed. But for the fruit and vegetables and eating, of course, there is always a small market. If you're, if you could get off your own ass, because it's cold right now, and lack of dopamine, especially here in Middle East, is just kicking your head. I just got my Vivance 70 milligrams of dopamine, so I could just get off my bed and do something, because I have autism and Asperger. Anyway, if you're concerned or give a shit about anything, and having Asperger's in Iran, especially if you're a high IQ or really smart, it's just been, it adds up to all of the nasty symptoms, and it's just gonna be really hell. Anyway, don't let me just rant. This guy is just selling nuts and whatever. What was that? The dates, the Arabian dates, and another guy is just selling the olive and oranges and other things. And these are just typical. In Iran, people are just using the tiny pickup trucks and just starting their own business at any corner of the streets. And this is the capital of the Iran, so you could imagine what's going on in the rurals or villages or some other places. I'm not going to bother you with the lots of details or whatever, just rambling at this point. There's nothing you could actually do. There are things you could do, but as I said before, the dopamine and having some culture, this is really crazy. You're not gonna believe it. As you can see, no one is. This is a weekend, and you're not gonna see someone is just running for their own health, just running away on side bike, doing something, exercising, something like that. This is a really crazy, isolated, and as I could possibly even say, let me just overtake this stupid fucking truck. So as I could have just say, it's like communism or socialism or something like that. Everyone is doing the same thing. So don't expect to just people doing something different. As I mentioned before, I just bought the herbs, just the herbs. I didn't want the guy to just chop it down for me. I don't want to make a stew or something like that. I just want to eat the herbs for my own health. And I'm not gonna. I wasn't refusing to pay extra. It wasn't. It really wasn't the issue of the money or something, the prices of the herbs or something. But as you can see, how crazy this country is. If you're acting even a little bit different than everybody else, you're gonna be teased, or you're being, I don't know, isolated. I can't find the proper word for that, but. Anyway, I'm a little bit freezing. I didn't wear anything proper. I just went for a little bit, riding around and shopping for groceries or something like that. And I had no plan to just go for the long ride, because there's nothing to do here. Really, for me, at least for me, it doesn't change anything. I mean, I don't expect the Iranian to understand my point of view, but of course I'm bitching right now, but it's just horrible, horrible culture. I'm not saying the Iranian are horrible people. I mean, the culture they are living right now is just horrible, and I can't possibly tolerate it. I can't tolerate it. Anyway, so never mind. So as you can see, their food factories are open. I mean, if you want to buy, the chicken or ready Iranian foods, which are like 10 types of dishes, which always comes with the rice or meat, and you're not gonna get anything healthy. There's no salad, and a big salad, a small salad, any types of salad, potato salad, egg salad, anything. And that is that. That was the only reason I had to take a Vivance, and I'm taking Vivance, I'm taking Ritalin, and because of my ADHD and Asperger is just kicking as the hardest as possible, and my high IQ just doesn't help anything, because I can see through the stupidity of the people, and the more and more you're gonna face, I mean, you're gonna live in this such community, it's just frustrating. It's just unbelievably frustrating. I mean, to tolerate and negotiate and do business with everyone, and at the same time you have Asperger's and you have autism, and it's just horrible. I mean, not even NT people can do that, and just imagine how the autistic person like me could possibly do that. So anyway, at the weekend people are going places or just staying at home eating their own families, because they are breeding like rabbits, so they have large families members, and cousins and uncles and aunts on whatever the hell, and they're meeting each other, and just, I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand their sense of humor. They're laughing or not laughing. But as you can see, I'm facing these people around you, and anyone is just smiling. That guy was just the exception. But I mean, the ordinary people are always angry, mad. I mean, I'm not just criticizing them. I mean, if you're living here, of course you're supposed to be mad at something. It is, I mean, it makes logical. It is logical, and but you can't live such in this case or sense or status or something like that. As you saw that everybody parked at any corner, regardless of whatever the hell is going on behind them. So every stupidity is add up to your own anxiety or the frustration or something like that, and you have to deal with all of them. At the same time, you have to deal with your own autism and Asperger's or something like that. And even at the Western countries, Asperger is considered this fucking idiot. Even at the Western country, Asperger is a new kind of unknown, really mental health issue. So don't expect people to understand it, especially in Middle East, and this illness or something like that. I don't know what should I else call it. It's just killing. I mean, imagine you have no motivation, you have nothing to do, to just stand up to your own feet every morning because of lack of dopamine and dopamine dysregulation. So you end up being depressed or just stay at the bed doing nothing, and you cannot possibly talk to anyone because here in Middle East they don't understand it, and even the doctors, it is a new topic to the doctors, and there is no medication for that. So you be on your own completely, and as I mentioned earlier, to see through the culture, to see through the everyday encountering on daily life with the people, any types of people, even if you're talk to the educated people, they're not any different. I'm sorry, they're not any different than any other ordinary stupid person. It doesn't even, limit it to the Iran. It's just all the way goes to the whole Middle East. So it really is hard. I'm sorry I'm bitching a lot of time, but it is crazy. I mean, look at that. Did you see that? That was a parenting, great parenting. So it is what it is. You have to live with that. I just want to make this video. If anyone else, I just searched, nobody was the Asperger in Iran, and I just want to make this at least one single vlog to just mentioning, at least I admitting to my own Asperger's with the high IQ and the ADHD at the same time, and exhaustion with the dopamine dysregulation and dopamine deficiency is really hard. And this corrupt society, corrupt. I forgot the main part of the hustling here is just being perfectionist. If you're a perfectionist and if you have your own morals, and it is gonna be hellish. I mean, it is unbelievably hellish, because you expect to work in the same sane way, but nothing actually is insane possible way. So you're gonna end up losing your own mind dealing with the stupidity of the public people. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace out.